All right, so we're gonna hit the Wayback Machine here. You remember like 44 years ago, the early 80s, when you could buy a lawnmower chainsaw weed eater and it would last you like 20 years? Before all the government regulations for emissions? But as the years gone by, every single manufacturer would come up with some new design that inevitably made it worse. Until finally, everything we buy today is pretty much throwaway. Then you're gonna wanna buy Hey y'all, thanks for tuning back into Chickanic. I hope everybody's having a great week. Now guys, have you ever seen a piece of outdoor power equipment that the same exact model has been out for decades? Well, today I'm going to introduce you to the best mini tiller ever made. Now, I know many of you have been gardening for many years and you know all about this thing, but in the last 5 years, there has been an extreme boom in gardeners and homesteaders and people wanting to be self-reliant to grow their own healthy food. And they might not know about this. Now this, friends, is a Mantis Mini Tiller. And although mine looks extremely scary, I think this thing's about 20 years old. And let me show you how well it runs. Oops. Now, although this tiller does not look like much, it is a mighty beast. Now, I made a video on this exact tiller like 2 years ago. It was one of the first videos I ever done. And if you have one that's been sitting around a long time, I have a video where I show you how to kit the carburetor, replace the fuel lines, tank grommet, and service it out. I will leave a link right up above. Because literally, this tiller right here is all I need to turn these 2 little seed trays into a luscious food forest every single year. So let's go over why this is hands down the best piece of outdoor power equipment ever made. All right, so we're gonna hit the Wayback Machine here. You remember like 44 years ago, the early 80s, when you could buy a lawnmower chainsaw weed eater and it would last you like 20 years? But as the years gone by, every single manufacturer would come up with some new design that inevitably made it worse. Until finally, everything we buy today is pretty much throwaway. Then you're gonna wanna buy a Mantis tiller because they are made exactly the same as they were 44 years ago. You can put parts from a brand new one on one from 40 years ago, or vice versa. That's why I have like 5 of them, just because I can mix and match parts whenever something goes bad. But even though mine is ugly, it just keeps chugging along. It sat for 2 years since I made that last video, and even with sludge in the tank, all I had to do was change out the fuel filter. You're not gonna find another machine on this planet that was made like it was in 1980, with that kind of quality. Now, I saw probably 100 of these Mantis tillers in the last 12 years at my repair shop, and I can tell you right now, other than the handful, maybe 5 or so that were burned up from customers just putting straight gas in them and running the dickens out of them, every single one was in there because of neglect and was always repairable. I don't know what they make the piston and cylinder out of, but it just seems like a better metal. You never saw scoring. The carburetor was made really well where anything could get through it. It never clogged up. even after it sat for a long time. The rewind assembly never messed up. I mean, you're gonna break a pull rope from using it so much before you ever mess up the pulley and spring. So being honest, my favorite machine to work on, period, because I know it's gonna run every single time, has always been the Mantis Tiller. Now the one I'm talking about is the 2-stroke. They have since, in I think in the last 20 years, started putting Honda GT25 4-stroke engines on them where you don't have to mix the gas and oil. And everybody I've had feedback from them says they're really good too. I have not seen that many of them in the shop just because I don't think they were sold that predominantly here, but they're pretty good too. But I'm talking about the 2-stroke. When you buy 4-stroke stuff, even though it is a convenience to not have to mix your oil and gas, there are more parts to break. In the 2-stroke they invented, it's just simple. There's nothing to it. Now, I am not sponsored by Mantis Tiller. They have absolutely no idea who I am. I'm just here to save you time, money, and frustration. This is gonna save your back. Yeah, it's not cheap. I think they're like $300 and something for the 2-stroke and $400 and something for the 4-stroke. But I promise you, if you're into gardening, especially if you have raised beds, this is a game changer. It only weighs 20 pounds instead of those massive bulky tillers. And I promise you, it's gonna last you a lifetime. If you ever do need it repaired because you neglected it, it's much cheaper to have a little 2-stroke fix than a big, huge 4-stroke tiller. So I just wanted to get on here, just thought I'm using mine. I've already made a video on it. I can't fix it again today because it ain't broke. Now, one thing I don't recommend when you go to look at the Mantis tillers, they have the regular 2-stroke with the regular pull start. It starts easy. Don't even think about getting the easy start. I don't know why. It's just one more thing to break. There is no need for it. The other one starts just fine. I mean, this thing works like an auger too. You could just set it one spot and it just keep digging a hole deep, throwing rocks left and right. And out of all the ones I've seen, there has never one time been a problem with its gearbox. This machine will literally outlast us all if taken care of. So yeah, I like my chainsaws, but I'm gonna stand by saying this is the best 2-stroke design ever made. Just like it was made in the early 80s, you can get the same exact thing today. Unheard of. In fact, I don't even think I've seen one have an ignition problem. Like literally, the only issue it ever had was gas related from being neglected. And its power is like extreme. I mean, I only did my raised beds here, but I'm still gonna do my 20 by 40 feet. If you've got a very large garden, you are going to love this thing because it just chucks along and it tears some ground up. But if you do need to fix yours because you neglected it and let it sit for too long, I do have a video. I will leave a link right above and it will be in the description box below. I'm gonna leave links to the 2-stroke and the 4-stroke Mantis Tiller in the description box below if you wanna check it out, because I promise you, this gardening season, get one. You're gonna love it. My puppy's out sunning in the garden. Now, I have a 40 by 50 garden that I've had for about 5 years now. Currently, we are putting a fence up around it because some couple little dogs like to use it as their bathroom. So, it's getting fenced in this year. And although everything looks pretty barren right now after winter, it's gonna look beautiful come May and June. So I have all of these raised beds, and then over here I have a huge area, probably about 20 by 40 of in-ground gardening. I'm literally on a mission to be as self-sufficient as possible. I've got a plum tree, I have a nectarine tree, I've got 4 apple trees, I've got a huge fig bush back there. I have a 40-foot bed of blackberries and mint in my front yard. And here in the corner, I already have blackberries growing, but I'm gonna also add grapes. And then along the fence row, once we get it up, it's going to have blueberries all along it. This is my gigantic fig bush that gives me like pool ball size figs every year. We've been working really hard taking back my yard. I had a lot of overgrowth back here. We still got to burn most of it, but I had to put up a taller fence because somebody was learning how to jump out whenever she wanted to. And yes, of course, I have abandoned, stranded riding lawnmowers back here, but this is where we're setting up my chickens this year. Yes, I have baby chicks coming in about 30 days. So guys, thanks again for tuning into Chickanic. If you find yourself coming back over and over again to my channel, think about hitting that subscribe button. It helps out the algorithm to make my videos shown to more people to save them time, money, and frustration in the future. If you haven't found me at Facebook, find me at facebook.com/Chickanic. Find me on Instagram at TheRealChickanic, or find me at Chickanic.com, where you get your own t-shirts, hoodies, and long sleeve shirts. Now, if you already do own one of these tillers, I've had lots of comments on it that you've let sit for years. Don't worry, I have a video to tell you how to fix it all by yourself. I will leave a link to that right here.